Like I said, you aren't on the list.
Go! Move!
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
You one of them? A Divine Order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mist. Your kind always hung closest to our Divine, like wolves.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of material. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going. I wouldn't know anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who done it too.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose.
Whether they catch me is another matter. But I ain't one to hide my accomplishments.
Classify this slop as food. I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled root. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind...
You'd turn out rotten, Ben Mist. Your
Well, what have we here?
The lizard looks you up and down, like all of a sudden he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you
My,
right over the side
we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon rip now then to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Goodness gracious me, what a bore. Off with you. How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing
I'm
things
busy
coming
watching
out
for
of
clues, sorcerer.
pigs.
Go take it.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen
A
course
scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A slice...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Really don't know the first thing about sauce.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses on...
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed...
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I...
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down with a...
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. Keep those bolts training her, and if she tries to run, shoot.
The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well,
Not interested in the son of the Divine himself? I don't blame you one bit. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he...
What are you conspiring about over there? You!
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name!
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our...
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
I'll find out. I always do.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
Seems to me you should be a little more afraid. There's a killer about, after all.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime, I shall hold my head.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice. Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't you.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite...
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lays, you were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe. I don't lick and...
I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
The woman keeps rolling.
Mad? No. Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, he reaches out and takes... He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
What purpose did that serve? Was that a greeting? Was it... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. You have my apologies, human. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. Ah, yes. The knight. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... Well, I am a seeker of knowledge. It is pleasurable to meet you.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Is there? Wherever. Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into... It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too... No. I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Of course you don't have any useful inf— Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out.
No amount of pestering will get the...
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
You mind? I'm really wrong.
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
So, anything interesting for me? I'll take that as a no.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Here to register, sir. Good. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the collar of his uniform.
Sorry you're upset, sir. But we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted.
Keep with those bolts trained on her. And if she...
Standing at the center of the room,
So you admit it then? You murdered...
Yes, I did. But of course,
she turns her head and looks you
there are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's... You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale.
she reaches for her collar and simply removes.
I'm just about to create...
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precise.
What's happened?
What happened? Must have been the turnips. Water? Wine, for goodness sake!
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness. You shake the lizard. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
Her hand lies limp in yours. She's too weak.
The dice roll darkly.
Ifan lies motionless. His eyes flicker. Ifan cried. The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and...
hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.